What's up, guys? Red team, go! Let some people file in. Here we go. Let some people come on in, guys. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Let some people come on in. Ow! Yeah! We got a pen that fucking works. Got no fucking pen that works. Alright, you guys ready? We got over 100 people already. Let's start. All right. Yes. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? We got over 100 people. I know it's in the middle of the afternoon on a Monday. BC, don't do live streams in the middle of the day, man. That's all right. I think I will. As long as we got 25 people, we're rocking. This is the good, the bad, and the ugly of SummerSlam 2020. You guys see the board? The rules are simple. Every match on the main card is going to get a tally. We're not going to do the pre-show, which was MVP and Apollo, nor does it deserve to be rated. Every match on the main show will be tallied. Every match will go into the good, the bad, or the ugly. Bottom line, there are SoundCloud. I see you. $2. How you doing? Sub BC. Are you ready to rock? I'm ready to rock. SoundCloud. Trust me. Thank you for that $2. Every single match goes and gets a tally. There is no exceptions. Every match has to get a tally, even if I don't want to talk about it. If there is a tiebreaker at the end of this sumbitch, we are going to go to the pre-show and talk about MVP and Apollo. Only if there is a tiebreaker do we do such. Before I even begin, you would think I'm happy for this event, right? Everything I said should have happened on the pre-show or the preview video that I put out. We did that live, by the way, on Friday. Everything came exactly as I said it should be done, right? Seth Rollins defeated Dominic. I felt that's what had to happen. Drew McIntyre defeated Randy Orton. That's what had to happen. The Fiend had to walk out with the championship. It's what had to happen. Mandy Rose defeating Sonya just had to happen. But the finishes... The finishers were a little fucking tweaked, wouldn't you say? I mean, the finish of the match, the ending, means just as much to me as the match itself. It's our lasting impression. How the fuck... Danny Green, thank you, I see you. How the fuck are you going to... How are you going to tarnish what was a good match with a shitty finish? I mean, you look at the Randy Orton match with Drew McIntyre. McIntyre wins, it's the right decision. But then you go into a backslide? You're telling me this multi-million, billion-dollar conglomerate company and all these suits and ties and the genius, the self-proclaimed genius, Vince McMahon, gets with Randy Orton, and that's the finish that they thought of. It's SummerSlam. We have a huge build and story to this matchup. Let's finish it with a backslide, which is in the same family as a roll-up, right? I hate roll-ups. A backslide is in the same family of a roll-up. That's all it is. Randy Orton, one of the hottest heel characters, one of the hottest characters in all of pro wrestling, even though I thought McIntyre should have won, should not be losing via simplistic backslide. 22 minutes nearly that match was. 22 minutes, and it ended with a backslide. You want to know where I'm putting that? You're going to have to wait. We'll get to that match. Roman Reigns comes back last night. You guys see Roman Reigns? Bray Wyatt couldn't have 2 fucking minutes with that championship. Bray Wyatt couldn't have 2 fucking minutes with that championship before Roman Reigns and his fucking chiclets came out of nowhere. Oh, we didn't see it coming, and we didn't want to see it coming. What the fuck was up with Roman's teeth? You know it's a bad quarantine when your only friend is Kevin Dunn and that's who you're hanging out with. Because I don't know what the fuck happened to Roman's teeth. It's like when people get Botox and they think they're helping themselves and it really just tarnishes their face. This guy was screaming and it looked like he had a mouthpiece. Or maybe it just was surgery. I don't know what the fuck. It's Roman's teeth, man. Go back and watch those pearly fucking how you doings. That shit's tragic. Fucking Chicklets McGee over here. Taking out Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt's kryptonite is the spear. Goldberg takes him out in fucking 2 minutes with spears. Roman hits 1 spear and Bray Wyatt's down for 3 minutes. Roman goes out, hits some chair shots onto Braun Strowman. The Fiend can't even get back up. And when he finally gets to his feet, he gets another fucking spear. Bray Wyatt, this Fiend, he can go through anything. Hellfire and brimstone like Kane. But if you hit him with a spear, he's down for 100 count. You can count to 100 and he's done. Carlos, what's up, Carlos, man? Those are implants. Is that what they are? Why did he need implants? What happened? I thought his teeth were fine, no? Listen, I ain't making fun of a dude. I know some fucking hillbilly rednecks. Good friends, don't get me wrong, but they got about 20% of their teeth, you know? And they're good people. Nothing wrong with that. They just, you know, they don't even try to do anything. Like, that's who they are. They got missing teeth, whoever. I don't know what the fuck Roman's doing with those implants, but they better get, can you, like, shred them down or some shit? Like, what do you call that? What you do with a fucking knife? Just sharpen it or I don't know. Do something with those chompers, man. The fuck out of here. Those things are like, he's like, oh, this is me. I'm back. I'm a forever champion. I'm forever. I'm the forever champion. I'm here to fucking stay. I'm here to fucking stay. And you couldn't even fucking understand those chiclets. Anyway, I'll fucking move on. Not happy with that shit though, man. Leave your fucking teeth or chisel them down or act like, be normal. I couldn't even get invested into the shit was happening because I was focused on his chiclets. And then you got fucking Mandy Rose over there. She's over in left field playing with dandelions and sucking on lollipops. Forget a match with Sonya Deville. Mandy Rose is fighting a table. Mandy Rose could not fucking beat up a table. A table was taking her out. 3 times she fell. The table's like, bitch, you ain't setting me up for nothing. Mandy's like, come on, man. Remember the episode of fucking Friends? I'm yelling at the TV. Mandy, pivot. Go around the table and flip it. Pivot. Pivot. From the episode of fucking Friends. You remember that shit?
Here we go. Pivot. 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 Pivot.
Pivot, Mandy, pivot.
Pivot. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Mandy, pivot. Oh my god. That was from an episode of Friends. I'm thinking of that. When Mandy's fighting the table last night, I'm like, I see Sonya over there with a chair. Poor Sonya's like, bitch, come on. We got like 4 minutes left. Mandy's like, I can't get the table up. The table's like, that's right, bitch. You thought you were taking on Sonya? Uh-huh. And I'm yelling at the pivot. Pivot. Just pivot. Go around the table, Mandy. It's not working. So between Roman's chiclets, you got Mandy fighting a table. No, I wasn't totally happy with this shit, even though all the right outcomes. And you know what? I'm not even being generous today. I don't care who this pisses off. You know what? We're starting off we're going to put a tally before we even get a match. Why? Because it's my fucking review and I can do that. Roman's Chiclets gets an ugly. Boom. And don't forget, the rules are each ugly when we do the final count counts for 2 bads. So we're going to cross that out at the end of this, and we're going to put 2 bads for every ugly. So we're starting the show off, before we even kick it off, with Roman's fucking weird teeth Chiclets. Chiclets McGee. And he gets a fucking ugly. Thanks, Roman. Don't blame BC for that. Blame Roman. Showing up like fucking... There you go. Showing up like Edward the Horse. The fuck? Best friends with Kevin Dunn and shit. He kept screaming with those things today. I'm back! You're only champ because I was gone. I'm back. I'm the forever champion. I'm the forever champion. Hide those shits. If there ever is a time to put on a mask with the Wabaka going around the world, now's the time, Roman. Put that shit on. Anyway, should we start the actual review? Yes, there's an ugly in the ugly column. For those of you just tuning in, we got nearly 300 people on a mid-afternoon. They told me nobody's gonna watch. Fuck you. It's the good, the bad, and the ugly. We're throwing the SummerSlam party right now. There is an ugly already in the column. For those of you just tuning in, you didn't miss anything yet. We just put an ugly in because of Roman's teeth. All right. Hold on. Before I start, guys, too, let me get to, hold on. Let me make sure. Oh, shit. There was a bunch of supers that came in. I went off on my own little tantrum there, guys. Danny Green, I got you. Thank you, man. SunCloud, thank you. The Life of a Network Engineer, a $10 spot, man. 2 coffees. Thank you. Life of a Network Engineer. I've been trying to catch your live streams. I'm at work right now. Keep kicking ass at work. Life of a Network Engineer. Do not let anybody fucking roll over you, man. Kick that ass today. I'm at work right now. Continue to drop logic and common sense to the wrestling community. Like you, I'm from the late 80s, 90s era. My first donation. Life of a Network Engineer. Thank you, man. That's a couple of coffees. I appreciate that. Kick ass at work, man. I'm glad you made a little bit. Hopefully you come back. Now we're going to get started, guys, with the SmackDown Women's Championship. This is the first matchup of the night. This was a title match. Bayley's Championship. Jibro, what's up, man? A backslide. What the fuck? What the fuck? Jibro, thank you, man. I know. Novaz, Drew versus Randy finish had to be last minute change. But I don't think so. Not with Vince. This isn't last minute with Vince, even though everything usually is. This seems like exactly what Vince wanted. A backslide seems right up Vince's fucking alley, Novaz. Thank you. Nicholas, IBC, first time catching you live. I start watching your videos since live return. You always make my day much better. All love from Montreal. Nicholas, thank you, man. Hopefully hopefully you're kicking ass in Montreal, man. And I hope to get to Montreal at one point. Thank you, Nicholas. It means a lot. I'm glad you were able to catch this. New Rules Entertainment. What's up, BC? New Rules. What's up? Thank you, my man. Appreciate that. JP5150, the Bay and Spirit Animal, Sasha Banks loses another championship in her first title defense. At this point, it may as well be a running joke. Shake my head. JP5150, we're going to talk about the Sasha match, trust me, coming up in this review. Thank you for the $5 coffee, man. Appreciate it. I think I got everybody white. Sweetie Love, what's up? Glad you could make the stream, Sweetie Love. Stan BC for clear skin and unhealthy coffee addiction. You know this. Rockstar. Thank you, Sweetie Love. For those of you just tuning in, we got over 300. We didn't start the good, the bad, and the ugly yet. Don't worry. You see a 1 in the ugly because that's for Roman's teeth. He showed up last night with these weird fucking chiclets, a mold, Carlos, what'd you call it? I don't know what it was. He showed up with some weird shit going on. He should have had a mask on for just don't show up without chiseled teeth ever again. Those chompers were busting out of his fucking dome piece. So that's why there's an ugly, guys. Did I get everybody? Yep, I think I got everybody in. Venus Soldier 92. Sasha emotion in her match had me on the verge of tears. The psychology this woman showed is absolutely amazing. I'm at work right now, BC. Thanks for the broadcast. Venus Soldier, kick ass at work. Hopefully you come back and finish this review later. You ain't gonna want to miss it. And yeah, Sasha's emotions, that's why Sasha's one of the best of all time, if not the best, because she sells everything. You saw in that title match at the finish when she looked at Bayley in that title. We're going to talk about all that coming up in this review. Thank you, Venus Soldier. Kick ass at work. Brandon, $5, how you doing? Man, you tripped me the hell out. Do the Vince voice. Welcome to SummerSlam in the ThunderDome. Brandon, thank you, man. I appreciate the coffee. All right, guys, we're going to jump into it, and I'll get to more supers after, I assure you. But we got over 300 people popping right now. You guys came here for one thing, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's rock it. SmackDown Women's title began this night. Champion Bayley taking on challenger Asuka. This was an 11-minute match from bell to bell. And this was actually a good championship match. Is it the match I would have started the night with? No. But a damn good championship match. They packed a lot into that 11 minutes. It was a good mix of ground and pound mixed with some submission. Very balanced match. And you truly felt at any time either one could win this thing throughout. The ending is exactly what I told you guys it would be. Pretty much what we all knew it was going to be. Sasha would interfere. Bayley would retain that championship. Asuka was going to take the L. And then later in the night, if it goes well, the favor will not be reciprocated. You know, and Sasha is going to hope that Bayley helps her out, and it's going to totally backfire. Normally, I would never like to see Sasha losing a title in a few weeks. But trust me, if this leads to Sasha taking Bayley's championship, then no harm, no foul, and that should be her long title reign. But I assure you, this is what should have happened here. The actual ending of it, though, I'm not a fan of, because Sasha interferes and Bayley delivers the awe-inspiring, ultra-devastating fruit roll-up. So after a pretty badass 11 minutes, Asuka couldn't get her shoulder up just 1 inch. I cannot stand the roll-up finish. The fruit roll-up strikes again, and Bayley wins this thing. But I'm not going to, because the end result was fully expected and what should have happened, it's not going to take away from the match that these ladies had. So this match is actually going to go into, wait for it, the good column, guys. So we got one in the good, and because of Roman's chiclet teeth, we have one in the ugly. Don't forget, those uglies are going to turn into 2 bads at the end of this. So right now, it's actually 2 bads to 1 good. But we have one in the good at least. So it's a start. Bayley and Asuka, it's a start, right? So far, guys, we have one in the good, one in the ugly. They need to keep gaining momentum just to get even back up with that ugly. How do you guys feel about that first matchup, man? Roll-up is most predictable finisher in wrestling. Iconic Cal. I agree. Carlos, you called this whole pay-per-view down the middle. I did, didn't I? In the preview that we did on Friday. Every single match, I believe, I called exactly. Just not the finishes. Creatively, I would have changed a lot. But yeah, I think I called everything, Carlos. Cody, BC is on point with his Vince impression. Thank you. Yeah, 30 years with this fucking guy, man. Overpower roll-up, Nicholas. How the fuck is Roman a heel, Black Hood? I don't think he is, to be honest. Yeah, he beat up everybody, but we've seen this Roman before. Unless he truly comes out and calls out the fans and says, screw you to the fans, and he just beats up the good guys, the faces, until he does that, I'm not calling Roman a heel at all. Because we've seen this middle-ish Roman, right? He kind of teeters. Until he says, screw you to the fans tonight on Raw, I'm not calling him a heel. I won't do it. They do so many roll-ups, they might as well do a fruit roll-up commercial. War Dog, you ain't kidding, man. That's what. So that definitely tarnished it a bit, but because I do like Asuka and Bayley, that matchup, this is not one of those scenarios where I feel the finish totally overshadowed the match itself. So I'm going to put that into the good, guys. And Carlos, match was good. Finish messed it up. Yeah, I'm sick of the roll-ups. This is SummerSlam. Get more creative, man. Roman is on SmackDown, not Raw, Brian. I wouldn't be so sure, Brian. Roman is wherever the fuck he wants to be. Trust me. Vince McMahon will put Roman wherever. And don't think there's a brand split anymore. Vince McMahon is putting anybody anywhere. Roman could show up tonight. Don't be shocked. I love how you guys are sticking to this brand split. It's adorable. I want to pinch your little fucking cute cheeks. But you know what? It ain't happening. Not with Vince. Bullshit. Raw Tag Title match was the second match of the night. This was champion Street Profits, who had a cool entrance with the red Solo cups, those beer cups falling from the ThunderDome. I like that. You know, it's a little bit of creativity. If you're a billion-dollar conglomerate company, you're in this ThunderDome, there's no fans. How can you make every little thing exciting or at least intriguing or at least fun? Red Solo Cups, man. It takes thought. It takes some effort. It takes some money, some energy from a group of people to get it all set up. But just do it. You have nothing to lose. I love the Solo Cups, man. Something that simplistic means that you care a little bit more, right? It's SummerSlam. Have some fun entrances. They took on Andrade and Garza. This was a just over 7-minute match, guys. I'm going to say this again. The tag title match was just over 7 minutes. They tried to do as much as they could with those 7 minutes, but that just induced a lot more sloppiness. So you have a tag title match that we didn't even need to see at SummerSlam. This was a Raw match at best. And even at Raw, I didn't need to see it. But this was a Raw match at best. Here it is at SummerSlam. And on top of that, you only give them 7 minutes. And because of that, it was rushed and it was sloppy. I wouldn't be doing my role as a true, legit, honest reviewer if this went anywhere other than the bad column. This was bad. How are you going to have a tag title match that's 7 minutes long? And if you go back and watch, if you're being truthful, Street Profits versus Andrade and Garza was rushed and it was sloppy. Where am I finding the good in this? Do I give a good just because of the Red Solo Cups? It ain't happening, man. The Red Solo Cups alone, solely, is not going to give this a good. So Andrade and Garza versus Street Profits goes into the bad. You have Roman's Chiclets in the ugly, his chompers. And you have Bayley and Asuka in the good. 2 matches into this thing. And yes, everybody say hi to Paulie Walnuts, the palm tree. You guys remember him from SummerSlam's past? He's back, man. He wanted to show up. Everybody, right now in the chat, man, I see you guys. Say what's up to Paulie Walnuts. Paulie Walnuts. Nobody's saying hi to Paulie Walnuts. Come on. Paulie is watching and he needs some love. Doughboy Dawkins is annoying as he's... Yeah, what's up? There you go. Godzilla, thank you. Kenneth, thank you. What's up, Papa? There you go, Americ. Hey, Paulie, SoundCloud, thank you. Roman's... You like that, Ajax25? What's good, Paulie Walnut? There you go. DeMonte said hi, Paulie. See that? Oh, there it is. There's all the love. What's up? Brian Coleman, thank you. Temby. Who's that? Yes, Erica. Erica, thank you. JR9 Gaming, thank you. Paulie Walnuts appreciates that, man. Awesome. Thank you, guys. He's watching, man. He loves that shit, man. I brought him out just for SummerSlam. He's always watching from afar, by the way. He wanted to be up close and really watch you guys. And Anwar, thank you. Yes. Paulie is chilling, Mike. Yeah. So anyway, guys, 1 in the ugly so far, 1 in the bad, 1 in the good. We're going into match number 3. Before I do, let me just make sure I got all my VIP supers taken care of, man. I hope I do. Hold on, guys. I got to check my supers here. Make sure everybody's good. I don't want to skip anybody who's contributing to the channel. We'll get to match number... What is match number 3? Sonya Deville versus Mandy Rose. Oh, boy. This is going to be fun. I think I saw a super over here. Jibril, another 5-spot, man. Thank you. BC, much love. But I think downslides and roll-ups are fine if it's just a regular exhibition match and not for the title on a pay-per-view. Well, I'll even give you that, Jibril. Then do it in an exhibition. That's fine. Not in a title match. The problem is, Jibril, I see too many roll-ups and backslides. And you're telling me after a 20-minute war, they can't even get their shoulder up for one. You can survive 10 super kicks, 2 pedigrees, 3 pile drivers, 5 DDTs, and a moonsault from the top of the roof. But you can't get up from a roll-up, a backslide. You can't get your shoulder just a little bit up. I don't like it. But Jibril, I hear you. As long as it's done in a exhibition, I'll work with that, man. Problem is that's not what's happening. It's in championship matches, and that shit's got to stop. All right, guys. So let's get to match number. I think I got all this. If I missed any supers, guys, I truly apologize. I'm trying to do the complete show while also and always making sure you guys feel like VIPs do because you're contributing to the coffees on the channel. Match number 3. Here we go. This took us into the 2nd hour of SummerSlam. This was career versus career, no DQ match. Sonya Deville versus Mandy Rose. This was basically a fight that went 11 minutes in length, the same match time that Bayley and Asuka got, 11 minutes. There was a moment where Mandy Rose was trying to set up a table, and when I say a moment, I mean many moments, because Rose could not set this table up. She kept falling. At one point, she thought if I just run with it, maybe I can overtake gravity. So she runs this thing into the ring apron, and she like runs into it, and she almost falls again and twists an ankle in the process. At this point, you watch the referee. He's trying to yell at her, "Pivot! Pivot!" Where's my Ross? Get my Ross up there. Ross, hit it again, man. Pivot! We're all yelling to Mandy Rose. Pivot! Just move around and flip the table. Why are you standing in one spot trying to do it for 2 minutes? Pivot!
Pivot! Pivot! Pivot! Pivot! Pivot! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Chandler. Oh, fucking A, man. I pretty much believe that was from a show called Friends, man. I was literally thinking that last night when Mandy was, I'm like, just pivot, pivot, go around and flip the table. She wouldn't. She kept trying. The referee's yelling at her, go around, go around. The table defeated Mandy last night. The table absolutely won that, man. The table made Mandy look like a fucking doofus. It was fucking so cringe, man. And I'm literally yelling. I am yelling at the TV. Pivot! And you see Sonya. I felt so bad for Sonya. Sonya's on the other side like, we gotta go. We're wasting time. I have this chair. I'm already up on my fucking knees. So Sonya comes around with a chair spot because that was what was set up. I think Mandy ducked it or some shit. But, I mean, guys, this was ugly to watch. And it just got worse. Deville had... Deville? That's her sister, Sonya Deville. Sonya Deville had Mandy Rose in like an inverted suplex or some shit. Mandy Rose feet pointing to the top of the ThunderDome. And Sonya Deville just set her down on her feet. She was up, and Sonya just set her down. And Sonya's like, boop, there you go. And Mandy's like, oh, thanks, bitch. What do I do now? I'm like, what the fuck? You just placed her down, and Mandy doesn't even know what to do next. It looked fucking horrible, guys. The whole fight, you see and hear them trying to get on the same page and call their spots. It was really cringeworthy, like audibly. And I think they were so flustered because they couldn't get on the same page that they didn't even realize they were audibly yelling at one another what to do next. And again, you ain't got to take my word for it. I know this may piss some of you guys off, but I'm reviewing the show honestly. You ain't going to get this anywhere else, man. I'm telling you, I'm calling out every aspect of this match, which made it go into where it's about to go into. The whole match was cringeworthy to watch. It just was. And after a couple of knees to the dome piece, Sonya's career is over. Mandy Rose defeats Sonya Deville. And again, it was a couple of knee shots, I believe. It's sad to see Sonya have to end her career due to personal issues, but I was glad to see this match come to an end because it was bad. And it's not even for the fans. It was bad for them. I felt really bad for them. And obviously, guys, you're thinking it's going to go into the ugly, and normally it would. Because of what they just went through over the last week, and personally, I'm going to throw them a little bit of a mulligan. You know, I'm sure their dome pieces were still elsewhere. And I want to say that contributed to this match going off the rails from the get-go. So because of what happened personally, I am not putting this in the ugly, but I shouldn't be doing this right now if I put this into the good column. I can't. Match number 3 of SummerSlam, Mandy Rose versus Sonya Deville, goes into the bad column. So 3 matches into the night. We have one in the good. That was Bayley versus Asuka. We have Street Profits versus Andrade and Garza in the bad. And we have Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville in the bad. And we have Roman Reigns' teeth, his chiclets, into the ugly section. So that's where we stand, guys. How do you guys feel about that match, man? Carlos, super ugly, I know, man, but because of what they're going through personally, I decided bad is where we're going to put it, you know? Because sometimes when you go through shit, man, mentally, you're just not all, wrapped with it. So I'm willing to bypass a lot of it. How do you guys feel? Very, wrestling is fantastic, bad. Chubless the Bear. Wait, Roman gets an ugly for his teeth. Yes. Did you see those chompers last night? You're damn right that goes into the ugly column. Roman gets his own ugly for those. You don't show up with those chiclets. The fuck? You looking like fucking Kevin Dunn's stepbrother. You don't like Roman Shiners, BC? Who's that? JNL? No, man. Mandy versus the table. 6 stars. Warrior Nation. I love it. Hope Daria gets better. JP51. Absolutely, JP. No question. Yeah, man. Sonya, this was career versus career, guys. So Sonya is supposed to be out, but we're hearing that she's not actually. The lawyer, I'm hearing that the lawyer for Sonya Deville, in the case that she's currently involved in, they didn't feel it was right to shave her head. It doesn't look good in court. So they refrained from that. They did career versus career. Vince is going to give her some time away, and she should be available for the draft coming up. So whether that means instantly or in a fucking month or two, who knows? But trust me, guys, you did not see the last of Sonya Deville. Don't worry. BC is so shady to Roman's teeth. Well, did you see it? We end the show with those chiclets? I'm not giving that up. No. What the fuck? That gets its own ugly. I'm not. You're damn right. Vita Soldier. Gibril, $5, man. Thank you, Gibril. I mean that. Hey, BC, I apologize, but a second off subject, but were you able to beat up Weed Whack and Willie? I never beat them up. They're landscapers. I just can't stand when I start a video and they just start weed whacking away. So you got Weed Whack and Willie, you got Lawn Mow and Larry, and they're just plucking away, man. It's like you wait. You just wait. I don't know, man. It's not their fault. You know what I mean? I just have to yell at somebody sometimes. Weed Whack and Willie and Lawn Mow and Larry are just the ones that get the blunt of my force. Who's this? Mr. Anything for Salinas, $2. How you doing? Thank you. It's the big dog. Also, MC Splat. You know, man? It's the big dog, right? Where are my fucking... Michael Cole says it best, right?
Here comes the big dog.
Who is it, Michael Cole? It's the big dog, guys. You can't get away from it. So, yeah, you guys are pretty much on board, right? With that bad, I don't think anybody truly thinks Mandy Rose versus Sonya Deville was a good match. I don't believe, anyway. War Dog, did you hear Keith Lee is going to Monday Night Raw? Yep, and we knew when he dropped the title. We knew what that was for. It was obviously to get the title over to, Keith Lee over to the main roster. I would have had him over on SmackDown if they were doing legit brand splits, and I would have had him next in line for the Fiend, but no. Maybe we're going to have a transitional champ and that belt's going right to fucking Roman. Who knows? Santivia Major, $5. How you doing? What's up, Santivia? I'm glad you caught the stream. Thank you. Listening to you while I'm at working, loving your review. Keep it 100. I don't know any other way, Santivia. Thank you. I appreciate it. Truly. And thank you for the coffee. I'm glad you're catching me, and I'm much more important than work. But if your boss comes along and says to shut the Amplified Man off, you tell him where he can stick it. Or her. It's 2020, or her. I got all the supers, right, guys? I want to make sure you guys are good before I get into match 4 of SummerSlam. So just to get everyone caught up, guys, before I get into match 4, which was Seth Rollins versus Dominic Mysterio. Just to get everyone caught up, we have a good in the column. That's Asuka and Bayley. We have 2 bads, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Street Profits, Andrade and Garza went into the bad column. And we have 1 ugly. At the end of this thing, that ugly is going to turn into 2 bads. So you want to stay away from the uglies. Unfortunately, Roman Reigns and his teeth, they couldn't stay away from the ugly. So here we go. Match number 4, guys. George Woods, BC is the big dog. You know it, George. You know it. Seth Rollins versus Dominic. This is in the match 4 slot. They gave these two 22 minutes. First of all, kudos to Dominic, man. Honestly. Dominic did the work in there, dude. I know this has been heavily rehearsed and planned out and mapped out, and they probably spent the whole last 2 weeks fucking rehearsing this thing, but he still went in there live, and he kicked ass, man. So I'm proud of him. This was a street fight. Now, I've been in many street fights growing up, and this surely was not a street fight. But for all intents and purposes, who cares? Truthfully, who gives a shit? Because Dominic showed heart, fight, and more importantly, wrestling talent. And obviously, Seth Rollins is one of the best wrestlers still in the world today. So Dominic and Seth Rollins together. And then you had Papa Bear Mysterio at ringside, heavily involved. You even had Mama Bear Mysterio watching backstage. And I love how they brought Mama Bear Mysterio Angie out to the rampway too, to really get emotion out of not just Dominic and Ray, but Seth. Seth stopped what he was doing when he handcuffed Ray, looked back at Angie like he was going to do something to Angie. Dominic comes out of nowhere. So I thought everything here was brilliant. Was it overbooked? No question. I love overbooked. It shows that you care. I'd rather something overbooked than no care at all put into it. It's like AEW. The reason I like AEW so much is because Cody and friends, they overbook shit. I like it. It shows that they're having fun, they're interested, and they care. That's why I like AEW so much. You know, and WWE used to care and overbook shit, and now they don't. So I like this shit, man. I was invested throughout this thing. I really was. This was so well done. And the winner of this match is who should have won. Seth Rollins. There's no way Dominic in his first match, I don't care who shows up or what happens, should be beating Seth Rollins. Dominic should not be doing that. If you do this correctly, you could have a victory in defeat. And that's what happened to Dominic. Dominic lost the match, but he won so much more. Dominic was a winner last night, whether you know it or not. And Rollins gets the ultimate fucking victory. It makes sense, guys. And I said in my preview video Friday on that live stream, I said if they do this correctly, Rollins wins, and Dominic has just been legitimized. We all now look at Dominic as something truly special that could be, anyway, something special going forward. I still hope that he hits the gym a little bit more. Absolutely. There's no reason some of my past girlfriends should have bigger arms than Dominic Mysterio, but should he hit the gym a little bit more, this dude could be a force. I mean, even Papa Mysterio, who's 2 feet less than Dominic. Almost, right? 2 feet less. I mean, he's got some muscle definition. You know, you have to add that in sometimes. But I'm so proud of Dominic. Rollins was on point. It was overbooked to the point where I loved it. I was invested throughout. This, guys, goes into, you know, Dominic versus Seth Rollins. Street fight goes into the good column. I'm about to write on the other side of the pen. That's going to work. So there you go, guys. 2 now in the good column. Bayley and Asuka, and Seth Rollins and Dominic Mysterio. And for those just tuning in, 2 in the bad. Andrade and Garza versus Street Profits, and Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville. 1 ugly, that's Roman Reigns' teeth. All right. I love it. All right, guys. What do we got? 500 strong up in here in the middle of a Monday, dude. You guys are rocking it. They told me nobody will watch on a Monday afternoon, BC. Yeah, over 500 people will, motherfucker. If you build it, they will come. If you know what you're talking about, they will come. If you're more entertaining than the show, they will come. All right, so where are we at? 2 good, 2 bad. Unfortunately, guys, that ugly. It's going to count for 2 bads at the end. So, unfortunately, we need a lot more goods to override those uglies. We go into, what was that, guys? 4 matches. Wait. Before we get into match number 5, which ended hour number 2 of the event, and that's going to be Sasha Banks versus Asuka. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. Got to make sure I got all my supers. Super. I know I saw a couple pop up, so I want to get to you guys. SOS TDM 617. What's up? I'm glad you caught the stream, my man. The best match to me was Asuka versus Sasha, BC. We're about to talk about that SOS right now. Chubbles the Bear, $5 spot, man. Thank you for the coffee, Chubbles, man. Appreciate it. Love the name too. Carlos, what's up, my man? Thank you. I'm glad you caught this, man. Thank you for the coffee. I'm really pissed off with them not giving Fiend a moment to celebrate with the title. No question. Carlos, we're going to talk about that. Trust me, man. The Fiend just wins the title, and Roman gets the spotlight. We've heard that song before, haven't we? I'm going to get to that, Carlos. Thanks a lot for the coffee, my man. I think there was one more, guys. SOS, my man. Thank you. Another 2 spot. I would rather Seth become a champion as a heel. No question. Much more fun, and you can do a lot more with it, SOS. No question at all. Thank you, my man. All right, guys, let's get into match number 5 now. I believe this is the 5th match, correct? Yep, this is match number 5. This is the women's title for the Raw brand. This is champion Sasha Banks taking on Asuka. This was only a 13-minute match, but you'd never know it because it was so fucking awesome. Literally, badass. The moves, the spots, the story, the physicality, everything was damn near flawless in this match. At one point, Sasha dove into a powerbomb onto Asuka from the apron to the outside mat, and Asuka's dome piece resembled an egg being cracked on the mat outside. It was almost like a Panama sunrise, am I right? I mean, they were both on the apron, and she just kind of dove, just like we saw Johnny Gargano deliver to Cameron Grimes NXT TakeOver when they were up on the ladders. And Sasha just did that to Asuka, and Asuka's dome piece just splatted right on the mat. I mean, that was cray, man. That literally made all of us as a wrestling community just kind of cringe for a moment. How Asuka was walking much less conscious after that is still befuddling to the Ant-Man this morning. Just insane how tough Asuka truly is. The finish saw the same setup as earlier with Bayley and Asuka, but the roles were obviously reversed. So instead of Bayley helping, or Sasha helping Bayley win the title, in this match, Bayley was supposed to help Sasha. But Asuka ends up taking Bayley out, and it backfires, leading Sasha Banks into the Asuka lock, I believe. I know it was I think it was the Asuka lock. But Sasha Banks had no other option. She had to tap out. And this is why Sasha Banks is so fucking good at what she does for a living. Everything she does there's no wasted movements. She's reaching out and yelling at the top of her lungs as best she can because she's in this submission. She's yelling out, Bayley, Bayley! And Bayley's on the other side, totally knocked out. Sasha Banks doesn't waste a moment, ever. She's yelling for Bayley. Bayley's nowhere to be found. I helped you win your title or keep your title. Where are you? Bayley! Bayley! I got a tap. Just like that, Sasha Banks loses her championship. The string continues for her. She cannot hold a title, it seems, more than a month. Maybe one time she did, but she gets a title, and I love that story being told, because eventually when we get to Bayley and Sasha, I want Sasha getting the belt, and I want it to be a long title reign. So I love that. And this is exactly how everything needed to evolve. As much as I love Sasha Banks, this is a pro Sasha Banks channel. Bayley needed to keep her title earlier in the night thanks to Sasha, and Sasha needed to lose the Raw title, give it back to Asuka because she never had her full throttle run yet, give it back to Asuka, and then you set up Sasha and Bayley in the near future. Everything that needed to happen, hallelujah, 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 it fucking happened. Finally, something that should have happened. And Sasha dropped it the way it needed to be, man. Asuka wins via tap out. She gets her title back. And Bayley is with Bayley is with Sasha, middle of the ring. Sasha is looking down at her tag title. Watch this back, guys. This is Sasha Banks at her legit best. No wasted movements, no wasted mannerisms. She's looking down. And she legit is looking at her tag title. And she looks at Bayley, and it's like, this is meaningless. She looked depressed that she had that tag title, because without the Raw title, Sasha is like this, I'm nothing. That Raw title defined me. I needed to win that match. Before she tapped out, 2 minutes before, when she was talking to Bayley, she was screaming, I have to win this, I have to win this. And then when she lost the match, she looked at her championship, that tag title, and she looked depressed like, I am just a tag champ. I lost what meant the most to me. She looked at Bayley like, what the fuck? And Bayley's like, I'm sorry. And in 6 nights, we have Payback, and they're defending those tag titles. If you think for 1 minute that there's not going to be more tension between the two, you're damn wrong. Or at least there should be, because everything right now is happening beautifully. Payback, we need another notch, another spoke in the wheel. Keep this thing rocking. But I know, I never would have thought I'd be okay with Sasha dropping the title, but guess what? It made fucking sense. It's what should have happened. Asuka, usually I don't like 50-50 booking. Obviously, I can't stand. But I can't stand when everybody's flip-flopping that championship, right? The fucking merry-go-round ends with a couple of people and you play hot potato with it. I can't stand hot potato. But this made sense when Asuka lost the title to Sasha because it furthered the Sasha Bayley storyline and it helped Asuka bring a character out that we haven't seen in a long time. Everybody won with this hot potato. You guys realize that? This is one of the very rare times that hot potato helped Asuka and it helped Sasha. So, absolutely love that. Let me know how you guys feel about this one, man. BC to work. Who's that? Mr. Anything for Salinas. $6. How you doing? Thank you, Mr. Anything. That means a lot, man. We should start a petition for BC to work with WWE and Vince McMahon. BC has the balls to get up in Vince's face if he tries to book stupid. Thank you, Mr. Anything. I do have those balls, but unfortunately, Vince will just say, "You're fired." And I'll be gone just as fast as I come, because if you think Paul Heyman stood up to Vince, guys, if I think something should be happening, Vince McMahon is going to hear a fucking mouthful. I ain't going to fuck around with Vince and Kennedy McMahon for some job. Ain't going to happen. How do you guys feel about the life of a network engineer? $5, how you doing? Thank you for the coffee. Life of a network engineer. love the name too. Sasha and Bayley will be similar to Shawn versus Diesel around the 94 Survivor Series. We know what happened at WrestleMania 11. And no, you're damn right, man. Shawn Michaels and Diesel. I was actually live at WrestleMania 11. There's a little side note. Life of a network engineer. But I like that similarity, man. You're exactly right. I think that was all the supers, right? I apologize if I'm missing any supers, guys. I truly am. I'm trying to get all these matches where they should go. So, match number 5 goes, guys, Sasha Banks and Asuka. This is obvious. This is going into the good column. So we have 3 matches in the good column right now. Again, just to, not reiterate, yeah, it's kind of reiterate, right? I've already said it 100 times. 3 in the good, that's Sasha Banks versus Asuka. Bayley versus Asuka is in the good column. And Dominic versus Seth Rollins is in the good column. I have 2 bads. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville goes into the bad column. And Garza and Andrade versus Street Profits goes into the bad column. I have 1 in the ugly column. That's Roman Reigns' teeth, his chiclets. Nobody should have okayed them going on the air last night. Blame Roman Reigns for that ugly. And again, that's going to cross out and become 2 bads at the end of this. All right. So, what is it? Troubles the Bear, $5 coffee. Thank you, man. Honestly, I want you to stay on YouTube. Side note, are you pro female wardrobe malfunctions? Of course I am, Troubles. I'm a fucking dude, man. I'm okay with wardrobe malfunctions. Although I will say, though, personally, it's got to suck for those ladies. And that's not cool. So, I don't wish that upon anybody. But if I happen to, if it happens, yay. Good for me. And as far as you want me to stay on YouTube, not work for Vince, right? Yeah, well, trust me, I'd be happier probably here than with Vince. I'll tell you that much. So, okay, we're 5 match in now, guys. Over 600 of you guys strong, man. Badass. I never ask for any of these fucking likes and subscriptions and all that every other YouTuber begs you for. But guys, if you're 600 strong, smash the fucking like, will ya? You got no fucking... There's 600. Why is there 100 fucking likes? Seriously? I'm giving you guys my all. Over an hour here. Smash the sumbitch for the Amplified, man. Smash that shit. Yeah, there it is. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, I'm making some people cry too. I'm gonna cry. Are you crying? Put it in the good column, BC. I hate you, BC, but I'm gonna watch you anyway. I'm gonna watch you, even though I claim I don't like you, BC. I claim I don't like you, BC. I'm gonna press the dislike because I claim I don't like you. You little bitch. Please. You're pathetic. You want to talk about a pathetic human being? Somebody who gets on a fucking YouTube video and actually presses dislike. That's somebody who's got no love from anybody ever. Fucking pathetic. And then they watch anyway. I swear I don't like you, but I love watching you. Bitch, IBS. You pathetic bitch. Thank you. Over 250 in the likes now. Yeah, that's what I love to see, man. That's my amp unit. That's somebody who's gotten love in their life. That's somebody who's rocking and amplified. Not somebody salty and crying. Thank you. Side note, right? 600 strong, middle of Monday. They said nobody would watch because everyone's working. They're at school. Fuck off. The amplified man speaks. The crowd rises. Now. Oh boy, here we go. This one's gonna make some people fucking salty. Match number 6. This was the WWE Heavyweight Championship match. Randy Orton, the challenger, taking on champion Drew McIntyre. Now, almost felt bad for these boys, because how the fuck you gonna follow the women's title match, right? I mean, how you following that? But, for the most part, they did. This was also 22 minutes. Just like they gave Dominic and Seth Rollins 22 minutes near. This was the second longest match of the night. Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. Fucking love that shit, man. 22 minutes, you give him time. And somebody like Orton and somebody like McIntyre, that's what should be happening. So, I love the time, and it was a damn good match, for sure. No reason this would go into the bad column, right? As long as the finish is up to par, because the match wasn't anything special. It just wasn't. Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre can do much better than that. Still a damn good match, but they can do better than that. So as long as the finish is good, it's solid, right? No harm, no foul. And they went with a bullshit finish. They actually went with a backslide. It's basically a roll-up. The right person won. Drew McIntyre got Randy Orton into a backslide. He never saw it coming, is what Tom Phillips or Michael Cole, one of the motherfuckers, they just started shouting out. Randy never saw it coming. Because the whole thing was that we were supposed to think Randy was going to hit RKO and we never see it coming. But no, it's the backslide. The awe-inspiring, ultra-devastating fruit roll-up. The backslide. We never saw it coming. Did anybody give a fuck if it came or didn't? Drew McIntyre winning is what should have happened. And if you book this strong, Randy Orton still has a victory in defeat because he's still booked strongly. How is that building? Randy was one of the hottest characters going into this match. Not just heels, hottest pro wrestlers in the business right now. I mean, he's got momentum to the high heavens. And you have him lose after 22 minutes in a backslide. Randy's just sitting there. It's like in eternity. He could have had a cup of coffee while he's looking up at the lights of the Thunderdome. And he's like, do. Oh, did you count 3? Okay, I'm going to go to the back now. And Randy slides to the outside and he just watches Drew McIntyre celebrate. That's the Viper. This is the guy who's been punting Legends' dome piece off their shoulders. And he's getting backslid and watching Drew celebrate. Now, yes, I'm sure there's going to be payback. There's probably going to be a rematch. Tonight, Randy will RKO Drew McIntyre. But for this fucking match, that's the billion-dollar conglomerate company. That's Vince McMahon, 114 creative writers, Randy Orton, Drew. Everybody got around this big boardroom meeting table, and they said, we should end it with a backslide. And everybody looked down at their midsection. They're like, well, I'm having an orgasm. That's a great idea. And Vince is like, of course it's a good idea. It came from VKM. And I don't peace. A backslide? Seriously? The match was nothing special. All you had to do was end this correctly. End this correctly. An RKO, a fucking Claymore, whatever the fuck you want to do. And I'm going to put this into the good column. I don't care if this makes people salty or not. That's bad. BC, it was a good match. That's not cool, man. I know. I hear you, dude. You think I want to do this? That pains me to put that into the bad, bro. That pains me. You know how high I am on Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton. But sometimes you gotta place blame on Vince and Kennedy McMahon. You cannot let Vince McMahon get away with this. A backslide? You're gonna rock Randy Orton's momentum and give him nothing afterwards? Nah, man, Vince has to be held accountable. If I put that into the good, who knows? A suit and tie comes across this video and they're like, oh, good, they like this. Backslide. No, not gonna do it. J-Nell, BC, have you ever thought about being a wrestler? Well, yeah, I trained with my buddies a long time ago. I got buddies that travel the world when this Wabaka isn't in effect, obviously. They travel the world. I got buddies all the time I'm texting, man, and there's some great wrestlers on the indies. I got a little bit of try. I'm thinking about coming out of retirement, taking on Cody for that TNT Championship. That's what I want to do. I might cut a promo on Cody soon, man. Ahmed, BC, facts, bro. They need to learn. Exactly, Ahmed. That's all I'm trying to do on this review. I have to stay truthful. If I'm not honest on here, I shouldn't be here. There's 100 other people that try to review pro wrestling, and I can just exit if I'm going to tell lies, if I'm going to bullshit, or if I'm going to worry about, pissing people off. The match was good. It was nothing special, but Vince McMahon is why this goes into the bad column. You can't just end this with a backslide because Drew should be winning, but you have to help Randy Orton's momentum too. That's what I mean about creativity. The finish in the match is almost as important as the match itself. Drew McIntyre winning is half the battle. What are you doing with Randy? How are you going to make him look strong and keep his momentum? Not everybody has momentum, so they can lose a match and it's no harm, no foul. Randy Orton has momentum, and you have him lose in a backslide. No, not happening, guys. SOS, you always got to keep it truthful. Absolutely, man. And I'll always be here for you guys doing that, all right? In the day that I'm not, I'm out. I can't review by bullshitting. I can't. So here we are. Should we do a quick recap, man? We have over 600 people up in here. Let me do a recap. Middle of a Monday afternoon. You guys are fun. My amplified unit is the best pro wrestling fans in the community right here. Quick recap, guys, because I need it for my own memory. Bayley and Asuka, they got a good. Sasha and Asuka got a good. Dominic and Seth Rollins got a good. Mandy Rose and Sonya got a bad. Garza, Andrade, Street Profits got a bad. And because of the finish, Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre got a bad. You cannot end something that had one of the best stories going into SummerSlam, one of the best heel characters and pro wrestlers in all the world, losing in a backslide roll-up. Nope. And we have one ugly. That was Roman Reigns' chiclets that he returned with last night. Those chompers. I'm back. Vince McMahon's golden child is back, and I'm gonna win. I'm gonna wreak savage on everybody. I'm the biggest dog. I swear to you, I'm the biggest dog. Okay, Roman, chill, man, chill. It's like Michael Cole's big dog. What's the other thing? I asked you guys what Michael Cole says. We forgot about Michael Cole's WWE. Remember that? I hate when Michael Cole says WWE. I want to put my dome piece through a brick fucking wall. Michael Cole's WWE. You ready for that? Vanilla, guys, not mocha today. All right, Michael, shut up. WWE. Okay, shut up, buddy. Welcome to WWE. Double W. What's he say? WWE. That's it. Double, like the word double and then U. Let me tell you. The new WWE. What's the other one, guys? Fucking. It's boss time.
It's boss time. It's boss time. It is boss time. It's boss time.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm having too much fun here, guys. All right, so let's get into match number... where are we going, guys? Oh, that was 6. We're going into the main fucking event. All right, here it is, man. This is the main event. This was Universal Championship match. Braun Strowman, the champion, taking on challenger. Hit it, Michael Cole.
Big dog. And we kick off Monday Night Raw live tonight in Phoenix.
Who is it?
With the big dog.
Who is it? Who the hell is this? Oh. I see. It's him, guys. It's him. All right, Michael, shut up. It's Bray Wyatt versus Strowman, but it's the big dog that's about to rear his big shiny pearlies. This match was a no count out, I believe, correct? It was not a match, it was more of a fight. It was messy, it was gritty. Look, I didn't give a fuck as long as Bray Wyatt, like I said in the preview video, as long as Bray walked out with that championship, the Fiend. Not that that character needs it, but because you did him so dirty with Seth Rollins at Hell in a Cell, you did him even dirtier at Super Showdown with Goldberg. That character needs a huge boost, and that's a championship victory. So the character doesn't necessarily need it usually. Last night he needed it, and that's what happened. Where is it? Braun Strowman got a box cutter. He split up the ring. He removed the canvas, the mat. Basically exposed the boards. And what it did is it backfired. And Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, ended up doing a couple of Sister Abigails, and they were pretty ugly. I'm not gonna lie. It looked like they were gassed by that point. But it doesn't matter. The end result is Bray Wyatt defeated Braun Strowman. The Fiend got that championship back. And all I could say, because I know Vince, I'm like, okay, this is good. And get off the air. Get off the fucking air. And usually I like a big surprise at the end or something really cool that makes us think we're on the edge of our seat as we fade to black. But at this point, I was like, end it. Cut the feed. Kevin Dunn. Stop shining up your fucking chiclets and let's just end the fucking show. Because I knew Vince was going to do something fucking dumb. And sure enough, we didn't have 2 minutes of the Fiend holding that championship. He turns around, and here comes Chiclets McGee. You could see him from a mile away. Forget you never see it coming. We saw it coming. The light was shining from his chiclets. The light was beaming off of his teeth. So, of course, we saw him coming. And Roman Reigns returns. He gives a spear to Bray Wyatt, and that's Bray Wyatt's kryptonite. Bray Wyatt can get through anything. You can burn this guy, and he's still going to come back from it. But if you give him a spear, it's over. We saw that with Goldberg, right? 2 minutes, the Fiend is laughable, right? You saw Roman Reigns deliver a spear, and then for 3 minutes, he just left to the outside. He beat down on Braun Strowman with a chair. What the fuck? Fiend, get up! It was just a spear, dude. You're the Fiend. 3 minutes of beating the hell out of Braun, and then Roman looks at the Fiend, and he's like, oh shit, this idiot's still down? I'm going back in for more. So he gets in. The Fiend finally gets up. He's like, oh yeah, okay, this is good. Right? You would have thought he was fighting a table like Mandy Rose. Like he didn't know where the fuck he was. He turns around, Roman hits another fucking spear on him. So I'm like, oh shit, 2 spears on Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt isn't getting up till Payback. Bray Wyatt is going to be flat on his back for 7 fucking days. Because it's obvious that spear is his kryptonite. So you have, what'd you have? That's how we went up there, didn't we? Roman was holding up the fucking championship. And he's yelling through his molded teeth. What'd you call it, Carlos? A mold? What was it? Like a mouthpiece or a mold? I don't know what the fuck happened, but he's yelling through it. And you can tell he's talking like this. His voice is all fucked up and everything. It was weird. And he's screaming like, I'm back and I'm champion forever. And I'm like, oh no, he's not even kidding. Like he's going to be champion forever if Vince and him can get their rocks off. Like you were just holding it while I was gone. I'm back now and I'm going to be champion forever. I'm like, fuck, Chiclets McGee is not lying. He is literally going to be the next champion and he's going to hold that shit till 2027. Bray Wyatt could not get 2 minutes last night with that championship. You couldn't just everybody talk about the Fiend destroying and slaying the monster. Nope. We're talking about Roman Reigns being back. And people are like, that's a heel Roman though, BC. Is it? Because I saw the same Roman I usually see. He's got a cute little catchphrase now. What is it? Wreck everyone and leave. Right? Wreck everyone and leave. There you go. That's telling you what he is. He's going to be an in-betweener still. Wreck everyone and leave. This is the same Roman that claims he's not a good guy or a bad guy. He's Roman, the biggest dog. So you're not going to get him beating on the faces. You're not going to get him telling the crowd to screw off. You're not going to get him in a big heel faction. I hope we do. We'll find out tonight if that is a heel Roman or not. Because it looks to me, just by his shirt, wreck everyone and leave. It looks like we're just going to continue to get 50-50 reaction. 50% of the people are going to boo him. 50%, if even, are going to cheer for him. And we're going to play this John Cena game. Wait, we did it for over 6-7 years with John Cena. Boo! Cena sucks! Cena rocks! Cena sucks! I love Cena! Yeah, well, he blows! and it's not exciting. Remember when Stone Cold's music hit and we all rose 100% of us and we were fucking electric? I miss those days. We had over 5 to 10 years with John Cena, and now we've had the last 4 to 5 years with Roman Reigns, and it's all 50-50. When their music hits, we don't all just rise up. No. We're fucking like, oh, fucking Roman. I'm sure there's his fans, you know, they're like, yeah, Roman, I love you. I fucking love you, Roman. You know, and then there's the rest of us. We're like, oh, it's fucking Roman Reigns. Like, we know what's going to happen. He's going to get the main storyline. He's going to win the championship at a WrestleMania or maybe 4 other pay-per-views. It's always going to be Dan, and we're going to hear Michael Cole a million times scream, it's the big dog. And nobody's going to fucking care about the biggest dog. Because he's just not. I think the man of the company, you think Hulk Hogan and Warrior back in the day, or you think The Rock and Stone Cold after their time, and then you think even Undertaker, I'll take that even as like a top dude. You go into Roman, he's not electrifying not even 75% of the crowd. That's a problem. Monte, damn, lunch is over, but BC is still going strong. Monte, just check back later, man. I'll make sure this is up later, man. Don't worry. And you can pick up where you left off. Much love, Monte. Thank you. You guys are great, man. I love hearing your reactions. You guys know what I'm talking about, at least. And that it's just going to be the same shit unless Roman turns heel. Like a legit heel turn tonight. If he looks at the crowd and says, screw you. You fucking ditched me. You know what I mean? Almost like what Rollins did, but amplified. That's when you know he's a heel. But his shirt said wreck everyone. And then you look at what he did last night. He's beating up Braun and he's beating up Bray. So now we just have the same old Roman that is holding everybody, helping Vince McMahon hold everyone else down because it's always going to be Roman's yard as long as he's there. Now we have this Roman blocking everybody now. He literally means wreck everyone. And he's just going to hold down everybody. He's going to hold down Bray over here. He's going to hold down Braun. He'll hold down Keith Lee when he gets to fucking Raw or SmackDown, wherever the fuck Keith Lee wants to show up, because there is no brand split really anymore. Vince just has people wherever they want them. Keith Lee is not going to go very far if Roman is occupying his little stupid yard. People are going to have to realize you got to go into his yard and just start taking a piss on it. No shade to Roman. I want to see Roman as a legit bona fide heel. I want to see him leading a heel faction. You want to make Retribution anything? Put Roman as their leader then. I'll take it. Just like Brody Lee in the Dark Order. You see what they did with Cody last Saturday night? This past Saturday was awesome. I'll take that shit. But please, don't give me the same Roman booking the last 5 years. Please, I'm asking you. As a fan that is not behind Roman 100, I respect those of you that are. And you got that for 5 years. That's awesome. But now, what about the rest of us? We cannot go through another 4 or 5 years of the same Roman bullshit booking. And that's what I saw last night. That's exactly what I saw. Listen, guys, the match itself was good. No, it wasn't actually. But the finish outweighed it. Brett, I told you, the only thing that needs to happen, I didn't even care about the match. The Fiend needs to walk away with the championship. Bottom line. The Fiend has to win. That's what happened. That's good. The match was actually rocky, man. It was not really good. But that finish is exactly what had to happen. Now, the very end of the event, we already gave that an ugly, but that was mostly the chiclets. That wasn't even just Roman returning. The chiclets alone in that mouth of, that was like somebody's Botox gone terribly wrong. So, when it was all said and done, 4 in the good, 1, 2, 3, we cross the ugly out, and that becomes 2 more bads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 to 4. You can blame Roman's chiclets for that. Now listen, we have a little bit of fun, obviously, in blaming Roman. This actually would have been a decent pay-per-view, actually, right? If you take out Roman's chiclets, that's, 4 to 3? So you can put an asterisk if you want. I'm not taking this away, though. We started the show with his chiclets being in number 1 in the ugly, and that's where I'm keeping this. So you can put an asterisk. This actually wasn't a horrible SummerSlam. It wasn't even that bad, but certain things put it in that bracket. And if you're going to just be a kind of down the middle pay-per-view, and you're not going to do anything exceptional, be prepared to sometimes fall in the wrong side of the bed. This was a bad pay-per-view. Roman! That's who I'm blaming for this. Much love, guys. Thank you to everybody that tuned in to this good, the bad, and the ugly. That is how we're going to end off until this Sunday with Payback. There's going to be probably a bunch of rematches, and we're going to see where we go from there with Sasha and Bayley and that tag title and all that. But for SummerSlam, we had some good matches. We had some good outcomes. I'm thinking Sasha and Asuka, really. Dominic and Seth Rollins, probably match of the night with Sasha and Asuka, correct? How do you guys feel about match of the night? Are you guys thinking Sasha and Asuka or Dominic and Rollins? Or do you have a different match of the night? I'll take it to you guys for a second. Match of the night. And then, of course, Mandy, Rose, and Sonya. What the fuck, man? And thank you. Over 600 of you guys joined me. Over 500 probably, over 600 for the majority. Thank you, guys. You guys can take off now, man. I know it's a Monday. I appreciate the love. We lit it up, man. We lit it up today. You guys, rock stars. Go back to your work. Go back to school or whatever the fuck you guys are doing today. I love you guys. Thank you for joining me. For those of you that want to stick around for my cold ending, stick around, man. I'll be here another 5-10 minutes. Sasha and Asuka, I'm seeing a lot of. Somebody put John Shannon, Mandy and Sonya was your match of the night? Okay, buddy. Much love, brother, but to each their own, I guess. If that was your match of the night, you may have to go back and watch that match. Or you're just a Mandy Rose and Sonya fan, which I told you guys, that was one of my favorite feuds going into SummerSlam. Sonya and Mandy was electric, their story. And that's why it was even more disappointing. Sasha and Asuka. Hell no, Franklin from Florida, right? I don't understand Sonya. Maybe that's just a fucking a laugh. I hate Ray's kid. Sorry. Oh, maybe you hate Ray's kid. Yeah, Dominic. Well, maybe he'll grow on you, man. I mean, he put in a good performance last night. CC Funk won. Dominic versus Seth, I'm starting to see a lot of now, but I see a lot of Sasha and Asuka. It looks like you guys are really thinking that's match of the night. What was your dud of the night? You guys have a dud? Was it Mandy and Sonya, or was it maybe you thought Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman didn't deliver? Trying to gauge you guys here, man. Edward, I know, man. Heel or no Roman. That's the bottom line. Oh, man. Bray and Strowman, yeah, I mean, it wasn't that great of a match. It only went into the good com because the be-all, end-all was who was walking out that title. The Fiend needed that. Dude, was the tag title match. Warrior, yep. Mandy and Sonya, Stacy. Was that Stacy? Yeah, Stacy Brown. I hear that, man. Mandy in the table, Erica. that was the dud of the night, no question. So yeah, that was. We'll do this again on Payback Sunday, guys, for sure. But for now, let me get to. Was there supers? I think there were some supers that I may have missed, guys. I apologize. Nicholas, what do you think of Roman being the leader of Retro? Thank you, Nicholas, for the $2. How you doing? Of the teenage partiers? What are they? Resolution? Retribution? I told you guys already. I love it. I love it. Do something different with Roman. Please do not bring Roman as the same Roman we've been seeing. J Football Live. Haven't seen you in a minute, man. $1.99. Thank you, bro. BC. Long time no see, man. Amp unit member always. J Football Live. I'm glad you caught this. I haven't seen you in a minute. Good to see you, my man. Ray Foreman, $4.99 coffee. Thank you, Ray. What if the Fiend uses the Hurt Glove to turn Roman heel? Anything. I'll take anything right now. Ray Foreman to change up Roman's character. Thank you, guys. Over 500. Every one of you that smashed that like button, dude, you guys are rock stars. You took a fucking moment out of your day to not just watch the Amplified Man, but show that support. Especially my supers, man. You guys went above and beyond as well. But over 300 of you guys smashed that like. You guys are fucking rock stars, man. Unfucking real. I love that. I would do the same for you guys. You know that. I have to get to... Trying to get to, I know there's a couple of supers that I missed, guys. Larry Lockett, man, $5 coffee. Thank you, Larry. Hello again, BC. Dud of the night, that disgusting roll-up by Drew. That's what I'm saying. A backslide is the best you got for Randy. Larry Lockett, we're on the same wavelength, my man. Troubles the Bears, another $5 coffee. Thank you. Screws loose. Don't pee shirt. Take my money. I love that. I got to start using that. Thank you, Troubles, man. Means a lot. J Football Live, $4.99. How you doing? Thank you, J Football Live. Again, I'm glad you're here. I swear to you, BC, if Michael Cole said you never saw it coming one more time last night, I would have thrown up. Like, seriously, what the fuck? I know, man. You'll never see it coming in WWE. WWE. Oh, Michael Cole. Put a cork in it, will ya? Let me make sure, guys. I got to make sure that I got all the supers out here, guys. I got to go over to here. Just checking sure, man. SoundCloud, $2. How you doing? For coffee and ass whooping. SoundCloud, you know it's going to be both today, man. All week leading into Payback. Thank you, SoundCloud. Awais Rafiq. Awais, $2. Thank you, my man. Upset Sasha lost. Hopefully they don't fudge this up. I'm with you. I'm upset she lost being a fan, but knowing where this is headed, hopefully, this makes sense, Awais. Trust me, man. We'll see. Carlos, my man. Glad you caught the stream. Thank you, man. $5 coffee. I'm not convinced with this Roman turn, and thanks so much for this live show, BC. You're the best wrestling analyst out there. Carlos, you're one of the best amplified unit members out there. Thank you, and again, I'm so glad that you are at least able to tune in, man. I know this is middle of the day, Carlos. I appreciate it. You're always there no matter what time I'm popping up. Temby Davis, $2. Drew should have given Randy an RKO. That would have been cool. Thank you for the $2, Temby Davis. Exactly, Temby. Get creative, man. I'll take Drew doing Randy's finisher. Much more devastating. Give him a couple of them, too. We never saw that coming. A backslide? I don't want to see that come. Undisputed Era, $4.99 coffee. Thank you, Undisputed. Orton should have won because there is no other legitimate heels to take the title. We just gonna see Brock squash Drew, and I'm tired of that. No, absolutely wrong, Undisputed. I mean, that's your prerogative. You can't have somebody win just because there's nobody in line. You make somebody, Undisputed Era. You can't just rest on laurels or rest on where you stand. You have to make people that are going to be viable to compete. That's the company's. That's their job, to make those people. Starting tonight. It should have been starting last year, 5 years ago. But Undisputed Era, how the hell you taking the title off of Drew? He just won it at WrestleMania. So you're willing to give Orton the title because there's nobody. You're saying no legitimate heels. Fuck cares, you make one. But Drew cannot drop the title and lose any momentum that he has. This was simplistic. McIntyre wins. You book Orton strong. This is Pro Wrestling 101. So, appreciate it, Undisputed. Much love, my man. Peace to that, honestly. Peace. Let me give you the other hand, right? Peace to that. Honestly, much love. I know I get amplified with that, but, we all have our own opinions, but when you think about this logically, the only way to go about this was McIntyre keeping his title. You cannot play hot potato. You cannot 50-50 book. McIntyre just won this a few months ago at WrestleMania. He has to keep that championship. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. How you book Randy Orton going forward, that's in the eye of the beholder. That's that company's problem. SOS, TDM 617, $5 coffee. Thank you, my man. I was there when Mankind won his first title in Worcester, when Stone Cold interfered in the match. The loudest pop I ever heard live. Good old days, man. Oh, I wish I could have been there for that, man. Stone Cold, Mankind, Attitude Era. Stop. SOS, man. I'm a little jelly on that one, dude. That would have been cool to be live on. I've been to Worcester several times, man, all over New England. Springfield, the Springfield Civic Center over in Massachusetts. I've been in New Hampshire's. Back then it was the Verizon Center. I believe it was what it was called. That was in Manchester, New Hampshire. I've been all over New England catching WWE events. Man, Charles King, $5 coffee. Thank you, Charles. Has Bayley surpassed Nikki Bella and AJ Lee for the longest title reign? I believe so. I believe Bayley. They were saying last night that she's the longest reigning champ. I know, did Bella defeated AJ Lee's streak, right? I don't think it was flipped. And I think Bayley, anybody live that can hear me right now, let me know if Bayley is indeed the longest reigning champ. Anybody that can hear me right now, please, Yes, you're right. Renee Goodyear, thank you. So Bayley is the longest reigning there, Charles. So, hold on, let me get, where's Charles at? I just lost Charles. I'm trying to get your super chat up, man. I have to do it this way, Charles. Sorry, man. I think that was Charles, right? Yeah. So Bayley has surpassed. Thank you again, Charles. I think I got everybody. If there's anyone I missed, truly apologize, guys. Oh, there's some newer ones that popped up. Hold on, guys. SoundCloud, I got you. Nicholas, I got you. J Football Live, yes. Ray Foreman, I got. Larry Lockett. Chubbles the Bear, J Football Live. I got you twice, yeah. Yeah, you never saw it coming. Ray Foreman, $4.99, another coffee on me. Stay amped, my friend Ray. Thank you, I appreciate it, man. That will be a fucking venti coffee for sure. Nicholas, $2, how you doing? Always super amplified. Nicholas, I can't be any other way. Thank you, Nicholas. That means a lot, man. Novaz, $4.99 coffee. Thank you, Novaz. That backslide by Drew McIntyre made him look weak, in my opinion. Absolutely. Because he looked so strong leading into this, and then you have him lose it up. I know I sound like a broken record. Totally agree, Novaz. Ray Hunt, $5 coffee. Thanks again, Ray. Honestly, man, I feel like Sonya and Mandy didn't deliver considering how well they told their story. By the way, bad way to end the WWE title match. A roll-up? Lazy as fuck. No question. I'm glad you guys are at least on the same page with me. Lazy as fuck booking. Any type of a roll-up. A backslide is in the roll-up family. I'm done with that. No, absolutely not. That is not how you defeat Randy Orton when Orton's one of the hottest characters going into this. Nope. Not happening. Thank you again, Ray Hunt. Larry Lockett, another $2, man. Thank you. Going straight to the coffee addiction. Keith is going to Raw. WWE post on Instagram. Yep, we talked about that, Larry. Thank you again, my man. But yeah, Keith Lee, he's going to Raw. It doesn't really matter because Vince will put him on Raw, SmackDown, both, but he doesn't care. The brand split is laughable at this point. So wherever they need Keith Lee, that's where he's going to show up. Mr. Anything for Salinas, $2 higher. Michael Cole's probably going to block you now. Hey, join the club, right? There's a plethora of people that did. Thank you, Mr. Anything. You're probably right. I think Michael Cole knows we're just having fun with him, man. Trust me. Josh Matthews, that's another story. Undisputed, $199. Thank you, my friend. Do you see Orton going for a mid-card title? Absolutely not. You don't even need to be going for a title right now. That's what I'm saying. Back in the day, you booked people strong, and sometimes they weren't even in a title picture. It doesn't need to happen. You just need to keep him ticking up that momentum. Keep it strong and make everybody know Randy Orton is one of your top fucking stars. If he's winning a title, cool. In this position and predicament, McIntyre couldn't afford it. Just couldn't. So the only thing we can do is make Randy look strong. They didn't do that. That's my problem. Going for a mid-card title? No. I would just have Randy in a badass storyline that keeps all of our attention. It's like Edge and Randy Orton going into WrestleMania, Undisputed Era. This is a perfect example of what I'm speaking about. Edge and Orton was one of the best stories going into WrestleMania. Undisputed Era, I ask you one question. Was that for a championship? The answer is no, right? It's rhetorical. That's my point. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville was actually one of the best storylines going into SummerSlam. It has been for over a couple of months. Mandy Rose and Sonya, because the story was awesome. The match, unfortunately, didn't deliver, but it's one of the best storylines. Undisputed Era, I ask, was there a championship on the line? The answer is no. When you tell great stories, titles aren't even needed up front. Now, of course, Randy Orton is deserving of title reigns, no question. And if they find a way to make it work down the line, I'm definitely down. And if he does win it, he's got to hold it for a while. But he doesn't even need that right now. Randy Orton's got a character that you just put him in Dynamite storylines, we're going to be invested. We just were for Edge and Orton for WrestleMania, and we just were for McIntyre and Orton for SummerSlam. It doesn't matter. But as for a mid-card title, Undisputed, my answer is no. Put him in a regular storyline, no title right now. Because that's like a little bit of a demotion, right? You're fighting for the heavyweight title, you failed, and then you're immediately going for a mid-card title. I don't like that shit. J Football Live again, $199. Thank you, my friend. BC, favorite heel ever. Mine is Hollywood Rock. For that matter, I liked Hollywood Hogan as well. But favorite heel character was The Undertaker when he was heel. Stone Cold, I would say, when he was heel. I like Stone Cold heel better than Stone Cold face. When he turned heel, he was already one of the biggest superstars in the world, guys. Because I'm not talking about the ringmaster. I'm talking about when he was already a huge face and he took his ball, he went home. I think he came back, and that's when he was mixed up with Deborah, Vince McMahon, and Kurt Angle. And that's when what? The whole what chant started. And it was a paranoid character. That was my favorite heel character of all time. It was Stone Cold as a heel. 100%. World of Wrestling, $5 coffee. Thank you, World of Wrestling. Means a lot. Roman Reigns as a heel and using his real life situation with him leaving because of the virus would be a good idea. 100%. Yep. But you got to be careful with it, right? Because you can't just say like, oh, and I don't want to be like all you average people with this virus going around, you know, because then you're playing the same thing that Dean Ambrose did, right? You all have germs and cooties and I don't. And that failed miserably. But yeah, I guess a little bit of that would work. Like, I'm too good for this fucking company. I know I'm the best, and I wasn't going to stick around like these average Joe schmoes. I mean too much to this company. I took my ball and I went the fuck home. So yeah, you could absolutely use that World of Wrestling. Undisputed Era, $4.99 coffee. Thank you, Undisputed. I'm down for Alistair and Orton feud, but they need to do that later down the line. Thank you, Undisputed. Perfectly put. I didn't even think of Alistair. You're right. And I think Alistair returns to Raw tonight, doesn't he? I saw somewhere, somebody told me that Alistair is actually coming back tonight. There's going to be a segment with him on Raw. So, exactly right. Alistair Black and Rick, could you imagine Undisputed Era? Could you imagine anybody? All you guys out there, man, in the live chat. There's still 500 of you guys going strong, man. I ended the good, the bad, and the ugly fucking over 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. You guys are still rocking. Thank you. It's Alistair Black and Randy Orton. If you give somebody creative like me a blank piece of paper and you say, or a fucking notebook, and you say, BC, I got 2 months. I need you to book Alistair and Randy Orton badass and lead me over to Survivor Series. All right, 2 or 3 months. Watch what I put. Alistair Black and Randy Orton, are you kidding me? Sit back and watch them do what they do best. Alistair Black needed a few weeks off, definitely, because they were starting to ruin this dude. This guy was running out in loafers. He was getting beat up by everybody just trying to save fucking Humberto or Dominic. I don't know what they did with Alistair, but Alistair was a badass character coming from NXT, and look at where he is now. If he returns tonight, he's got to be that badass Alistair. And you put him with somebody like Randy Orton. Fuck yeah, dude. Hold on, let me make sure I got all my soups. I think that was everybody on the soup, guys. If I missed anybody, totally sorry, guys. I apologize. I'll try to get you in the next one. I'll keep this. I'll write it down, whatever it was, your response, guys. Thank you to all the supers out there that made this such an awesome stream. Thank you to everybody out there. Over 350 of you guys smashed that like button when I didn't even come out and ask you to. I did say, hey, if there's 500-600 of you, smash the sumbitch. I did say that. But I usually don't like to do all that for you guys. You guys come here to hear the reviews, you know. You don't come here to, every YouTuber just likes to sell you on subscribing and staying notified and smashing a like button and buying the merchandise and do all these things. And I'm just like, no, let's just talk wrestling, man. And the fact that you guys do that on your own, man, you smash a like button, you comment, you subscribe, you press the little fucking stupid bell thing. But it works. It tells most people when I put up a video. The fact that you guys do that, it means so much to me, honestly. Because in every video, I don't ask you guys to do it. I actually never do. So I thank you guys. And again, we had over 600 people for the actual review today. Still hundreds just listening to my cold ending. That's what I mean, guys. We are the best community, guys. And it's in the middle of a Monday afternoon. Yeah. Imagine if I did this type of shit after the show. I'd be fucking up some of the top dogs in the community. I'd be hauling ass. But I like the way we do it, man. We'll let them survive. We'll let them get their views. This is always about you guys, man. CC Funk 1, peace, my man. SOS TDM. Peace out, my man. God bless BC. Mr. Anything for Salinas, thank you. Carlos, I'll check you, my friend. What'd you say? 684 at one time. Carlos, 700 of you guys were here at one point? Damn! Carlos, thank you, man. That's cool. That's awesome. I didn't even notice that. I probably was in one of my amplified rages. 700 during the actual review itself. That's awesome. Nicholas BC is the thank you, my man. Warrior. Check you later, Warrior Nation. Keep rocking. Just Vel, thank you. You too, Just Vel. Pimp Jesus. I like that, man. Pimp Jesus. Check you later, my friend. Check. Chad Goodwin. I'll give you one, Chad Goodwin. She injures mouse, girls. No Shayna Baszler last night. No Nia Jax. I thought we were going to see Alexa Bliss during the main event with the Fiend and Braun Strowman. No Alexa. Instead, we get fucking Roman Reigns' chiclets. His fucking yappers. I tell you, fucking between Kevin Dunn and Roman Reigns, I can't take those teeth seriously. Uh-oh, Pepe Marley. Roman Reigns is back, baby. Uh-oh, Pepe's a Roman fan. Uh-oh. Now I'm playing Pepe. That's cool, man. I hope he turns heel at one point. Christopher, keep up the good work, BC. Christopher, thank you. I'll see you next time, hopefully, my friend. I hope to do this again tomorrow, guys, for the Raw review, possibly. If I don't get it up early enough, I'm probably just going to come at you guys live. So stay notified and subscribed and when I go live, because it's probably going to be early in the morning. Who knows? But stay subscribed and notified, because I don't go on social media and tell you guys when you guys know by now. I just come live. We just start live with one another. I don't go on social media. I don't do any of that bullshit. So stay subscribed and notified. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys, because I just come live, man. And we might do this again tomorrow. It's possible. So I'll check you guys later, man. This has been awesome. I appreciate it. And SummerSlam, dude, it's in the books. Man, does time fly. SoundCloud, what, another $2. Thank you, my friend. Where does Braun go from here? Hopefully back to Wisconsin for a month or two. Repackage yourself. Either come back as a monster or just don't come back at all. Because him throwing temper tantrums over Capri Suns and not getting the right fucking cookie in his lunchbox is pissing me off. The guy throws temper tantrums nonstop. Fucking done with that shit. So, go back to Wisconsin and repackage Braun. Braun should have been a beast and a monster the entire time. This guy has been so badly booked, just like all the other big dudes in WWE, like Kane, The Big Show, and I can go on and on. Once in a while, you strike gold, like with The Undertaker, and that's because The Undertaker was so damn badass and knowledgeable, he didn't let Vince ruin him. But thank you, SoundCloud. Yeah, back to Wisconsin. Repackage, only come back when you're actually going to be something badass. Please. I think there was another super before I end this, guys. Hold on. Oh, if I missed it, guys, I'm sorry. But we're going to end it with there. Who else I want to say later? Carlos, yeah, I already said, I think I said bye. Well, you deserve 2 byes, my friend. I'll talk to you hopefully tomorrow. Kobe Talks Wrestling, what's up, my friend? Check you. Who's that? Venom 74799. Uh-oh, I didn't know you were here. What's up, brother? Yeah, the notification system for YouTube is broken trash. I know. That's what I mean. Pressing the notification bell is half the battle, but at least it does notify most of you guys. Some of you guys it doesn't, so you got to keep checking. But yeah, always keep checking, Venom 74. But I'm glad you caught a little bit of it, and this video should be out later too. Don't worry if you missed the live stream. We'll have it out later. Kick out, BCU the man. Guess what? You guys are the men and women. All the ladies out there as well. But you guys are the true fucking rock stars. I like that, Alex. Taker said, hell no to Vince. You can't ruin me, you old bastard. You're damn right. All right, guys. Much love. Thank you to all you guys for making this fucking rock star status. I'll see you guys next time, which could be tomorrow for the Raw review. Aleister Black is there tonight. Keith Lee is there tonight. Hopefully it's a big badass Raw. We'll go out the right way. The old summer school? I've been in summer school a time or two. The old SummerSlam theme. Much love, guys. Check you.